And CORD leader Raila Odinga insists that Gatundu South Member of Parliament Moses Kuria's controversial remarks have shown Kenyans that Kuria does not have what it takes to be a leader. Raila is also reacted to the claims by other Central Member of Parliament last evening that CORD was trying to destabilize the Jubilee government. Here is part of that interview.
Thank you for speaking to us this evening. Let's start by talking about some of the allegations that are coming from the Jubilee camp about what CORD is doing to destabilize Jubilee, engineering the exit of some of its key members. We can talk about Kimemia, Kaimenyi, the fire he's commander, and now you've been very vocal about Waiguru as well, asking her to step aside. What's your response to that?
Well, I really have nothing to do with the troubles within Jubilee. I confine myself to my role as the leader of the opposition, which is to keep the government of the day on check and to point out where they go wrong and also to point out what they should be doing. In other words, being constructive in our criticism. This is what in the UK they call Her Majesty's loyal opposition. So we really do not have a responsibility in the crisis that they are facing. They are facing the crisis of their own making. See, if you take, for example, the issues with Mr. Kaimenyi, he has been told, and even we have told him several times, that he needs to listen to the people. And also to the teachers whom he is leading. That sector is a very crucial sector to this economy. There have been several suggestions which he has completely refused to respond to positively. Been very obstinate. Like when he was told that people would like to see a competition among schools in exams. So people have been used to seeing schools compete and the list of how schools have performed. That also helps parents to be able to make decisions on where to send their children. He's been very stubborn because of the so-called recommendations of a committee which did not consult extensively. The issues of package for the teachers. We know, of course, that the economy is having some problems, but there's need always for consultations with the major stakeholders before far-reaching decisions are made. With regard to Mrs. Waiguru, I have said that I have nothing personal against her. I know that she's a hard-working minister, but there have been some very serious allegations made regarding her own docket about probity in management of resources. Like, for example, she's talking about this attempted fraud. But even before that fraud, there are questionable transactions which have taken place in that docket which require investigations. By her own admission yesterday, that out of the 860 million shillings attempted fraud, she says that 136 was paid genuinely. And if they're saying that they stopped the fraud, which was being done as a result of the stolen password, then how does a part of that transaction become legal? You ask yourself, because the password was stolen. So any penny paid as a result of that transaction is illegal. That is a question that begs answers. The Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee has written to Auditor General to carry out a forensic audit of her docket. If you go by precedence, some ministers, over 4 ministers were asked to step aside because they were under investigations. So you ask yourself, what is so special about her that she cannot step aside? We have not said that she should be dismissed. All we have said is that she should step aside to facilitate investigations.
Let's talk about Okoa Kenya. This is a project that started with a lot of momentum, something that we've seen slow down a little, and some quarters are saying that this is a slow puncture project. Has Okoa Kenya stalled?
Nothing could be further from the truth. What we are going through is just a calm before the storm. This is a process that has got phases. Phase one was basically to introduce the entire idea to the people so that we could understand why Okoa Kenya, and then get the people's reaction and suggestions at what needed to be done. So once that phase was over, we appointed this committee of experts to go around and to get views and summarize it into a proposal, which they did. And that was subjected again to a debate. And then finally, that committee has now completed a draft bill, which basically now is centered on 3 issues: devolution, inclusivity, and the electoral process. So that is, they are now going to launch a website shortly, through which there could be interaction with the public. Then the draft is going to be submitted to the IEBC with the signatures, 1 million signatures. After that, then the real process starts. The IEBC will then publish the bill and then send it to the people. It will be sent to the people, and then also will be sent to the various county assemblies. The county assemblies, 47 of them, are supposed to debate it and pass it or reject it, as the case may be. The law requires that at least 24 counties must approve it before it goes to Parliament. Then we go to Parliament, that is the Senate and the National Assembly. And after that, that's when it now goes to a referendum. That's when the real campaign is going to start. But after we've submitted it to the IEBC, then we are going to begin to popularize it. See? So this is now not the time. But once it has been submitted to IEBC, and then the actual campaign will start. So that's why I'm saying it is just a calm before a storm. It's not that it has stalled. It has not stalled.
Okay. And just to get your thoughts on Moses Kuria's latest utterances, he's no stranger to controversy, and this latest one caused some uproar. What's your take on that?
I do not really want to talk about people whose mental probity I have some doubt about. I will not respond to Moses Kuria.